How's it going, Giants? Good morning, good night, all that jazz. Today we got some cool stuff to talk about. Colby's getting dunked, teacher trash talk, and this is epic.
Now, this is epic.
I'm with the main man himself here, Colby Dawson. How's it going today? That's cool. Now, why did you want to get dunked?
Looks fun.
Respect that. Now, did you know 22 people voted for you? What's your reaction to that?
I was very happy.
That's cool. Now, what are you looking forward to the most at Relay this year?
Getting dunked.
Well, you heard it here. This man's about to get dunked. As of March 28th, the early bird tickets are almost done. And we're looking here, and we have Devaney, who's in first, with Baird coming in a close second. Then we've got Holmes, surprisingly number 3, with Tony Shalhoub still roughly staying at the same amount. However, everyone's now on the board. And look at this, little Fenlong over here's only got 1. I don't know what's happening. Stay tuned to see who gets dunked. I'm with Mr. Devaney here today, known around the streets of South Grenville, the man with the best bald head. Now, how are you doing today?
Very well, thanks.
Now, I do have one important question today. What's it like being a Leafs fan?
In a word, disappointing.
Fair enough. Now, what were you thinking when you realized you were overtaking Mr. Baird with the most votes for the dunk tank?
It's just kind of nice to be put in the same speech, I guess, as Mr. Baird. He's kind of iconic here, and a man who's respected by many and loved by many more. So, yeah, it's kind of nice. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Privilege.
Yeah. And what was your reaction to all the votes for you?
I wasn't really aware of what was going on for most part of it, but it's a nice gesture. It's not going to happen. I'm sure Mr. Baird will win out in the end, or Mr. Shalhoub, or somebody else, because I still have lots of money to buy my own tickets and put my own what do you call it? Stickers on the right people. I have to delete that, sorry.
Who am I here with today?
Miss Fenlong.
Now, you only have 1 vote out there for the dunk tank. By the way, it was me. How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about a week's worth of detention, Sean?
Okay. So with Devaney or Baird, who do you think's going in? It's pretty close.
Oh wow, Baird for sure.
That's fair enough. Breaking news, this just in, Giants. Mr. Tony Shalhoub has risen to the top with a $60 donation from some mysterious person. Who knows who's going to get dunked now? The top 3 is all in shambles. Tune in to see what happens next. Well, that's all for today, Giants. I'll catch you next Friday.
Is this thing even on? Look, Sean and Haley have been doing a great job with announcements for Relay, but there are some unspoken truths that I have to say. For starters, Devaney and Baird, obviously they're the front runners. Everybody wants to see them dunked, myself included. But Giants, that's just too easy. Mr. Tony Shalhoub has been talking some serious smack with his brother, and evidently, you guys are okay with that. Don't even get me started with the grade 7s and 8s. They must love their teachers. You know why I think that? Carson has 6 votes and Ms. Baldy has 1. 1. They love him. Or they're too scared. And don't even get me started about Mr. Scott and Ms. Holmes. Giants, they were pretty much responsible for the staff dominating the students in the volleyball and the basketball games. And yet, you haven't voted for them. Fenlong? Look, I promise, She is not going to suspend you or give you detention for putting her in the dunk tank. Hanging out in the bathrooms and skipping classes, that's a different story. And you know what? Yeah, Henry and Sloan, Ms. Henry, Ms. Sloan, they're my pals, but I guarantee they ain't made out of sugar. They're not going to melt if they end up at the dunk tank. And lastly, have to talk about myself. Only 2 votes. Seems that Ms. Melko is just too nice. Later, Giants.